All right, folks. So we've built our color wheel. It looks awesome. Now we just gotta, export this thing because right now it's a PSD and it's gonna be a pretty large file. Even though it's a low res, it's probably something like a 40 meg file or something like that, just because we have all the layers here, right? So what we want to do is we want to make sure we definitely have that saved, but we're gonna go ahead and we want to duplicate this thing. So I'm gonna go to Image and duplicate, and what it's going to do is it's going to build this extra file for me. So I'm going to call it NRP252 color wheel and copy. That's fine because I'm going to rename this anyway, so I'll say okay to that. And now I have two, right? So on this second one, I'm going to go up to this little drop down menu and I'm going to go to flatten, and it's going to ask me if I want to discard the hidden layers, and I'm going to say yeah, okay. That gets rid of everything and it flattens it. You may ask yourself, wait a minute, I thought you want your layers. I'm going to have those in another file. This is going to be my flat file. So I'm going to say File and Save As. And I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a name. So let's see, find my files here. There's my online files. There we are, 252, Art 252 assignments and color wheel. And I'm going to call this NRP 252 color wheel, and I'm going to call it flat. And I'm going to make it a JPEG. And when you go ahead and you do this, you want to embed your color profile. That's a yes for sure, always. And I'm going to save this. And here's the thing about JPEGs, right? We want the highest quality, which is going to be 12 or maximum. And we always want to format as a baseline standard. And I'm going to say okay to that. And it's going to do the save, and it's good to go. So over here, I have my layers. And over here, I have my JPEG. And so then that way I've got the thing that I can go ahead and have a back door to access if I need to. And at the same time, I got the other one over here that's super flat, super small. And a flat file, just, so we're, if we're thinking about this, just to get you an idea. Let's see my files here really quick. Online courses 252 assignments. So here's my color wheel folder. Okay, so my PSD is 53.5 megabytes and my flat is 2.7. Holy crap. Yeah, that's a huge shift right there. That is like what? It's the layered size is what, 20 times bigger, 25 times bigger. So we're making it a whole lot smaller when we go ahead and we flatten it and we make it a JPEG, and it's because it's compressed. And so, you're going to be able to upload both of these to me, no issues whatsoever, because they're still pretty small, even the layered one is. But ultimately, the flat one is going to be safe to give to people without worry that they're going to steal your stuff either. And we're going to talk about that a lot more as we move forward throughout the semester. So, hope you enjoyed your color wheel. This thing is definitely way more badass looking than the one you made in the 3rd grade in studio art. That's for damn sure. I bet you there'd be tons of hippies at like music festivals that would want to buy it from you. So with that said, you also learned a lot in this little assignment. You learned about Illustrator, some warping tools in Illustrator, the best way to bring files over to there. You learned about things like, when you open up Illustrator files into Photoshop, like what do you do? And there's all these different things. You learn about customization of Photoshop with the custom shapes, with the styles. You learn about styles in general. You learn about masks. You learn about layers. You learn about filters. You learned about how these things lay on top of one another, how to make groups. You learned about merging. You learned about merging versus flattening. You learned about flattening. You learned about saving correctly, as layered files and saving as flat JPEG files. So you know what, this color wheel has got a whole lot into it, and we're gonna fall back and you're gonna hear me say, remember the color wheel? You remember when we did the color wheel? Hey, when we did the color wheel, we did this. You're gonna hear a lot about that throughout the videos for the rest of the semester. So I hope you enjoyed it, and as we move forward, trust me, you're gonna take these skills. Have a good one, guys. Thanks.